What is good, my people, my peeps? How are you guys doing today? My goodness, get in here, get in here. I was gonna come to you guys this weekend about this story that has been circulating on the internet streets, but I decided not to do any broadcast, especially because we have Father's Day that just passed, so I didn't want to bring any negative energy this way or onto you, okay? This past weekend, but my goodness, there has been another unaliving on social media, okay? This is becoming, it's mind-blowing, okay? I happened to see the live footage, not when it was actually happening, but I saw it when, they started sending out the clips about this couple that were arguing on Facebook. And I'm gonna try to come back and give you all the details, but I want to, if you could look in the parentheses where I put femicide at, okay? And I want to talk to you guys about that, because this is it's wild, y'all. First and foremost, the couple were on Facebook. They were arguing, right? And the husband had actually went live, and he was airing out his wife's dirt about her cheating, right? But both of them weren't that great of people, okay? Because both of them were cheating. Hopefully my phone won't overheat. But if it does, I'll be back to finish the story. So he was on the live stream just airing out, his wife's dirt about some STDs that she had, and just describing the STDs and how, but he also had STDs. But the thing is, the wife had made a post, and she had said about how, basically she couldn't take the relationship anymore. She was going to do something, or she was going to be found dead or unalive, right? Due to the relationship, because it was a toxic, bad relationship. He was in and out of the county or jail or what have you. Hello, welcome in. How are you guys doing? This guy wasn't a saint, okay? But she wasn't either. But I want to say this too. For you target individuals, or you people that wonder, how do people know your every move, your whereabouts and stuff like that? The wife had mentioned something along the lines of, how does he know, or how is he getting my text messages? How is he getting my information off of my phone? I want to tell you guys right now, targeted individuals, even if you been gang stalked or just stalked, period, there are apps that people can get and download or hack your phone to mirror your phone to their phone, okay? So everything you do and say, calls, sometimes they reroute calls, but I have given you guys this information a long time ago, down in my archives. Dig it up, look it up, because it's there, okay? People not only who stalk you can get these applications and know every time you pick up your phone, they can see the activity that you're doing. They can receive phone calls or block them. Sometimes you wonder, I never received a phone call, or I never got an email, because these people can go in and delete emails. It's mirroring your phone. So I just wanted, that was a quick side note. I wanted to make a point of that, because the young lady on the social media, thanks for the thumbs up, guys. Thumbs up. I appreciate it. She was, the young lady, she was saying that she couldn't understand how he was knowing her basically every moves, right? That's because her phone was mirrored, okay? And so She was accusing him of cheating. He was accusing her of cheating. It was a hot mess, y'all. And then with all the STDs. So she had made a post which got him upset, okay, on Facebook. And from that post, he made a post and he told everybody on Facebook that he was about to go live on his phone, okay? And so he went live on his phone, and Lord have mercy, he went to airing out all her dirt, right? But that's how folks do. They try to make you look bad first because they don't want you to make them look bad first, right? So he's on his phone, and he had made the post that he was going to go live. It was story time, and he was going to go live and tell, talk about her basically. So he did that. And I think he was on live like 2 hours, just airing out, every just disgusting thing about her, to basically try to ruin her any upcoming or any relationships that she might have been having with, guys, because he had been watching her every move through her phone. So around like towards the end of the 2 hours when he was talking and airing out, about her having herpes, but if she had herpes, he had it too. Who gave it to who? They were still, doing the do. Okay, so him airing her out don't make him look like no saint, baby, because he was still up in there. Okay, and so she was like, now this is the missing key. He gave her the phone like towards the end of the 2 hours that he had just been on the phone dogging her out, right? She finally got the phone. And let me tell you something about being embarrassed. When people are embarrassed, you could tell that she was embarrassed, okay? Because she's smiling and laughing, trying to play it off. But now she has the opportunity to tell his dirt, right? So she's on, and you can watch it and see. So she's on the phone, and she's talking about, what he did, but she didn't get very far about what he had did, okay? Because if you go back and you watch that footage, she said, she named a couple of people, and he was like, okay, just talking in the background. And she said, oh, wait a minute, I didn't get to talk about Udi. Honey, when she said that name, when she said Udi, now to me, that name sounded like a man's name. Now understand, he had been in and out of prison, okay? Okay, I don't know how long his stints were in prison, but he had been in and out of prison. So Udi sounds like a man's name to me, not a female, not even a cute nickname for a female, but it could be, it's possible. But when she, the wife, had said, wait a minute, I didn't get a chance to talk about Udi. When she said that is when he unalive her. He said, and something to the point, I'm not saying exactly what he said, but you bet not or you gonna die tonight. Something along those lines, right? And she looks at him, she said, oh, and then you can hear, because I think she had her friend on her phone, because remember, she's on his phone doing a live stream. Because he went on live stream just talking about all the disgusting things about her and not about him. But when she got the opportunity at the end of 2 hours of him going in, baby, that she should have started with Udi first. No, maybe she shouldn't have brought up Udi. She might still be alive. But when she said, well, I didn't get a chance to talk about Udi, and he said something to the lines of, and you better not talk about it because you're gonna die tonight. And she was like, damn. And her friend, you can hear her friend on the phone say, Biat, damn, he gonna kill you, or something. She said, damn. She called her a B, and damn, like shocked. It shocked her friend, right, to hear that he was saying that she was gonna die tonight. And then she looks and she's smiling, y'all. But let me tell you something. Just because somebody got a smile on their face, they laughing, don't mean it's all play. Okay? does not mean that they're enjoying what they're doing. She was like, dang, you gonna kill me? You gonna take me out? You gonna unalive me? And she was like, well, I better not say nothing, bring that up, because I don't want to be unalived. I don't want to be unalived. And when she was saying that, he came, like he hit her or something, because you know how when somebody tries to snatch the phone out your hand, or it looked like he had hit her, because the phone kind of went blurry, right? But soon after that, when the phone went blurry, it went off or whatever, and he did wind up unaliving her. He did wind up taking her life. Now, she had just had a baby, guys, in November of 2024. So the baby is not even 1 year old yet, right? And then I think they had some other children as well. So possibly they were present when he took her life. Not only did he take her life, then he wound up killing himself, because we already know what that's about. He didn't want to go back to the pen. He didn't want to go back to prison. He was a punk. He might have been a punk in more ways than one, to tell you the truth, because that name Udi, when that woman said Udi, baby, that was the closing of her casket. Do you hear me? Because he did not want her to air out Udi. He did not want her to say, blessings, how you doing, Forever Studios? He did not want this woman to say anything about that person, Udi. We got to find out who is Udi. We got to find out who's Udi, because this man killed not only his wife, but himself behind that name Udi. I want y'all to go back. I want y'all to look at the video if you get a chance. It's all over. You can go on TikTok and find it faster, y'all, because you know we over on TikTok. I love y'all over here on YouTube too, but over on TikTok, that's where the breaking news go down. Okay, that's where the breaking dog. I need to get back on my grind on TikTok with my breaking news. That's where it go down at over on TikTok, and we all know y'all come on over there and scrape up the crumbs and bring it on over here. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Udi. Okay, y'all, I don't know if it's too dark, the phone getting too hot. Y'all go ahead and hit the thumbs up. Udi is the name. We need to find out who that is. Is it a man or is it a woman? Now, because it took, the girl lost her life. Even although she didn't even talk about Udi, because when he said not to talk about Udi, after he done ran her name through the mud, after he done talked about the bumps and the herpes that she done had and how nasty she was, obviously, sir, rest in peace, sir. But he was nasty too, because he was all up in still messing with his wife, who had all these diseases. And if it was so nasty and if it was so disgusting, while he's over on Facebook Live airing her out, why was he still there? Why was he following her and have a app looking at every location, everything, all of her ins and out, y'all? Okay, if it was so nasty. Control. Okay, control is something else. It's something else, y'all. I want to talk about, not only if it was so disgusting and that he would have bounced. He would have bounced. Ain't nobody gonna stay around and be indulging in a herpes bath. Okay? Ain't not unless you love your spouse that much and y'all done got sick together some kind of way, maybe, because y'all know I did a report about herpes too. Herpes is you can get it from chicken, y'all. I don't know if you know that. Go look in my archives. You can get it from chicken, okay? But you know, sometimes, like, what was, like, Magic Johnson, he called AIDS, or back in the day, HIV, was it HIV? Because AIDS is the full-blown disease. He caught HIV back in the day, but his wife just stayed with him. Y'all know how that, and then he's supposed to be not having HIV anymore because of the drugs and stuff. Some people do stay with their spouses. honey, when they been out there tipping around and then brought some disease home. So, you know, and I have seen that in child care, because my early days in child care, I was a lead in an infant room, right, on a military base, and the husband and the wife had HIV. Okay, they had just had an infant, but the wife breastfed her infant. That's what, baby. The wife, and hey, they got medicines, therapies, and we know all disease. First of all, this is a side note. We know all disease can be healed. Not only did the Most High God said that herbs will heal the nation, okay? All diseases can be healed. You've been lied to, you've been hoodwinked through the right proper herbs and remedies that the Most High God has here for you. And if you follow Dr. Sabi, you know, they locked that man up several times because he said, I cured AIDS. Y'all remember that? So we know all diseases, there's a cure for all diseases. Don't be hoodwinked. Only reason why they tell you it's not a cure is because they want your dollar bill. They want you to keep running back into the hospitals and doctor's offices and things of that nature. But anyway, that was a side note. I know a couple that I didn't know them personally. I worked at a child care facility, and I had an infant in my room that was receiving breast milk from her mother that was infected. Now, the mother and the father were infected, right? And that breast milk, baby, it was on tight watch, okay? Because you couldn't let you couldn't be lackadaisical working in that room, because you couldn't afford to slip up and give that breast milk to another breast milk feeding baby or a bottle fed baby. You know what I'm saying? Because then you're transferring the potential of the transfer of the disease to another baby. Trust and believe. If your children go to daycare or any other, y'all better be on point. They don't just bring home coughs and colds, honey. They can get some serious diseases. That's just another side note. But I just can't understand, honey. This man called himself going on live for 2 hours. 2 hours. Airing the business on this woman. Okay? Tried to, they drag you for filth, honey. He tried to drag this woman for filth, but he's still up in the same house because both of them was going back and forth, but the thing is, okay, y'all, I'm back. The sun ain't playing with nobody out here, okay? Oh, wait a minute. The sun is not playing with us. Okay, so the phone overheated. So, y'all, so like I was saying, the husband had just went on and on about this woman being just disgusting, with all of her diseases and all of that. What we need to know, hold on, let me turn the air down. Down real quick. Okay, what we need to unlock in this case is the fact that he had 2 hours going in. I mean, he went in, y'all. Okay, I had to pull over, y'all. The sun, I'm back. The sun had made the phone too hot. Okay, he had 2 hours to just rip this woman, just dog her out with all her secrets, okay? And he gave her like a couple of minutes. It wasn't even that at the end of the 2 hours on his phone. And when this woman, the key thing is, one of the secrets that he had that was so devastating that sealed her doom, her death, it was a nail in the coffin for her, is Udi. When that woman said, oh, but let me talk about Udi, who the hell is Udi? Udi I'm sorry to say, Udi sound like a damn man nickname or name. Okay, now mind you, her husband had been in and out of prison. That could have been his prison lover or something. We don't know. We need to find out who the hell is Udi. Because, honey, when she said that, she was done. She was done. He had warned her and said, that'll get you killed, talking about ooting. And it did. And then he took himself out. He unalived himself, right? Guys, it is a true epidemic. On the title, I put down femicide. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term femicide, but in 2023, 85,000 women have been unalived by their spouses, lovers, somebody that they have been intimate with. Okay, 85,000 women. And that was in 2023. Now, although this couple was going in and at it back and forth, I tell you this, that does not give nobody the right to unalive you. Okay, ladies. And she knew, this woman knew she needed to get out, because there was a cry for help, because she made a post about how she was going to either unalive him, or she was going to be going to lockup, to the jailhouse. Okay, that is a cry for help. I mean, who don't know who does not know that's a cry for help? Okay, I know that much. That is a damn cry for help. But did anybody help her? Hell to the no. Hell to the no. Because people be thinking it's a damn game. You know what I'm saying? And it's not. Hold on, let me peep the scene with a gangster lean over here real quick. Oh, okay. People be thinking it's a doggone game. That was a cry for help. When she made that post talking about she gonna go she gonna be unalived, y'all, people need to take stuff like that more seriously, because she did wind up losing her life. I don't care if both of them was going at it with the arguing on the Facebook. What we did know is from the video, she didn't charge him. She didn't have no weapons on her. She was using her mouth to get her turn to tell about his dirt. But she ain't get a hot second. He had 2 hours to run her amok, run her through the ringer about all the dirt he had been spying on her about. Okay? Because he had cloned her phone some kind of way. He had cloned her phone. He had mirrored her phone, so he knew everything. It wasn't like he was a psychic. Although I think he dabbled in going and getting his palms read. Or you know how you go to the, I don't do that, but people go get their futures read with cards and stuff like that. He was dabbling in that. So he probably thought he needed to know everything. And you know what the devil can't know everything, because he ain't like God. He got to use devices and people, and you know what I'm saying? And he mirrored her phone, and that's how he knew about things that she had never told him, obviously, because he had 2 hours worth of stuff to talk about her, honey. I don't even think she got 30 minutes in. I don't think this woman got 30 minutes in to talk about what this man had did, and you know how she went through it. You know what I'm saying? And both of them kept going through it, going in circles. You know, with the whole relationship as a whole was toxic. But yet and still, she didn't kill or try to charge him. He took her out. That's called femicide, y'all. It is an actual word. It is called femicide. And in 2023, there had been 85,000 females. This is 2023, because they started to, track it. So I know the guys who are into statistics, do your homework, baby. 2023, 85,000 women have been killed by their spouse, their lover, a male that was close to them. Reports in 2025 have not come out yet, because I wanted to know what the percentage was for 2025, but obviously 2025 is not over yet, so we won't have that percentage of femicide. Femicide is when the spouse, boyfriend, lover murders or unalives their spouse, their lover, okay, their woman. And it's what was it? Under there, it was saying, y'all, this blew my mind when I looked this up. And it said that what was every 10 seconds a woman is unalived by her spouse, her lover, or that blew me up. Every 10 seconds. Something is something I'm trying to tell y'all. Something really is going to happen with all platforms. Okay? Hold on, let me peep the game over here real quick. Something is going to happen with all platforms, okay? Because with all these unalivings happening on social media, they about to crack down. They gonna crack down some kind of way. All that arguing, like live arguing between spouses. I believe, now this is just me thinking, because they don't want to be held liable, right? Because people gonna want to start suing, or not just the people who may have known about the situation, but people gonna want to start suing the social media platforms, right? I believe that if that happens, because you know, like YouTube and stuff like that, they have their bots they watch, right? And they watch certain words that are said, certain things that happen. And I believe that they're going to make it to where if arguments are happening, they're going to have some kind of algorithm that can detect arguments or something off. You know what I'm saying? That's going on in a live stream, and shut the live stream down and report it. Because, you know, when you go live, they have your information, all your micro information. All platforms have it. So you might go live, but trust and believe your email is connected to the platform you signed up to. The phone you're using is connected. I forget what it's called. It's connected to the live that you're using. That's right, both of them. Oh yeah, she was doing stuff too. That's what he said, Rilo. They both was putting spells on each other. Yeah, that's what he had said. But we didn't get to hear her side all the way because he took her out. He took her smooth out. She didn't get 30 minutes of talking to tell. When she mentioned, we got to find out who Udi is. Because, baby, when she said Udi, that was a wrap. He warned her not to mention it, and she said, "Oh, okay, I don't want to be unalived about that. Let me not talk about that." But yet and still, it boiled his blood, because he rushed her, did something to her, because the phone went all scrambly, and then, baby, he unalived her over that name. After he done went to town. Talking about all of the dirt and how disgusting she was. He had 2 hours. She mentioned one name 30 seconds into the live stream, and baby, that shut her. That was the end of her. The end of her. Woody was his name that she mentioned. That was the end of her, honey. Even her friend, because she was on the phone with her friend, because you can even hear her friend said, "Damn, B." Like, but her friend should have called 911. What's good? Ringo's in the building. I think that was a man. Baby, that's what I'm saying. Ringo, that's what I'm saying. I think it was a man he was messing with, because Udi does not sound like that don't even sound like a cute nickname for a woman. You know how when you messing with somebody, your husband, with whoever, and y'all have little pet nicknames. Udi, you know, Udi. No, that's a man. That's what I'm thinking, Ringo. I'm thinking that was a man, and that ended her life. You know what I'm saying? She was about to expose him. Yes, Lord. Yes, indeed. Look here. Y'all remember that story about this one guy who he killed his girlfriend, and he killed his own mom because they had found out about him being homosexual, or down low is what they call it. Yeah, these men, ladies, let me tell you something. Don't be trying to, let me, I just want to get this warning. If you know your man is down low, preferred, that's on him. Let him bring that out. If you gonna be with him, that's something y'all working out. You know what I'm saying? Because people they be loving their husbands or whatever, and they that's them. Don't be trying to expose nothing like that. That right there will get you taken out. That right there, especially because that man looked like he was a big buff man. You know what I'm saying? He looked like he'd been in the gym a lot. Or they got to stay in the gym where they be on the yard. You know what I'm saying? They got to stay buff. Or if you ain't buff and you skinny in jail, you got some pull, baby. Somebody, you done had some relatives that, high-ranking folks up in prison. If you skinny, slim, and ain't nobody messing with you, you got some pull. But I do believe it was a man. He looks weird. He had a lot of gold in his mouth too. Yeah, Ringo showed the photo. Okay, yeah. I was driving into work, and I was gonna try to get a photo and put it on here, but I'm driving back, and I was like, I ain't had time. I just wanted to talk about, because this is hot on the scene, honey. This Woody fella, I think it's a fella. We got to find out who Woody is. She was a CO in the prison. Oh, she was his wife? She was a CO in the prison. This is Ringo. She was a CO in the prison, so she knew who's on the down low. The DL. Wow. The wife was a CO? Yeah, she knew. And let me tell you something. Depending on how long, I ain't gonna say, you get a traffic ticket and you go, they take you, they impound your car, you go to the to the little prison. Ain't nobody gonna assume that you done got took, in the little local prison, or not even the local jail, okay? But baby, when you be talking about some time in prison, I'm talking 10 years plus. Hold on, let me turn my car. I'm burning up gas. I'm talking 10 years plus. This is just my opinion. You don't have to agree with me, but I believe the men done did something. They been the man in prison, and they done had a prison wife, if you know what I mean. Or they been the wife in prison. They been the one that got took. Okay, you got some man that making them taking it and be the husband, and then they come out, they still feel like a man because they ain't get took. You know what I'm saying? Broken, however they call it. What they call it. But y'all know what I'm saying. It's two different type of versions of men that go in prison and been in for a long time and come out. It's still like the manly man, although they've been in there messing around, bug broken. Rollo said is buck breaking. Even though like you got a man that's come out, he's still like a manly man. That's because he was the man in prison. He still had a prison wife because they feel, this is just my mind, how I'm thinking, okay? I think that they still feel like they're a man because they didn't bend over for it. They might have made somebody else bend over and take it. Oh, how they say it in Baby Boy, I'm gonna make you fix it. I'm gonna make you fix it. Okay, they made some people fix it and toss salad. Y'all know, y'all grown, okay? So they come out still feeling like a man, okay? Not that they're homosexual, they feel like a man, but they still might have those tendencies. he looked like a DL dude. This Ringo, he looked like a DL dude based on the things said. Oh, really? Them guys be ducking men in prison. They went, wait a minute. They come out, they give STDs to their wives. Yep. That's true too. They do. They come out and give STDs to their wives. I have a story. You know, I have so many doggone videos saved up in my TikTok. That's what I like about TikTok, because you can save videos. But there was another story that another man took out his wife. He had came out of prison. The wife had waited for him. I think he did a 10-year bid. He came out of prison, and he knew he had contracted AIDS in prison. And when he came out of prison, he, you know, because they would take the prisoners to like a local doctor's office, the ones who had a STD, like AIDS. And he would go to this doctor's office like in his hometown still. But when his wife, oh, my phone getting ready to go dead, y'all. It's getting hot. Hold on. It's getting hot. When his, so his wife waited for him. He got out of prison, and but he didn't tell her. I believe, hell, if she waited on you, she had to be simple-minded if she thought you went 10 years without doing something. Okay? Ain't nobody that damn naive. I would hope not. I would hope you not that damn naive. If you gonna wait on a guy to go to prison, you should know something went down. And if that's fine with you, y'all live with it, okay? But he should have told her, right? She wound up getting AIDS and dying. That's another story, but it's not the same thing, the same story. But I'm just saying, them long bids in jail or prison, something went down, Something definitely went down. Rilo says, get the cooler from... What cooler? They got a cooler for the phones now? Get the cooler for the phone when you get in... get time. I'm going to look into that. I did not know that. Somebody about to make some money, because I did not know they had a thing to cool the phone down. Because, in Texas, baby, I had it up here. Can y'all see this? I had it up here. And the doggone phone, the sun said, not today. Not today. But y'all, this is an interesting story. Go look it up. Y'all got to, look at what's going on. But at the end of it, the key is, who the hell is Udi? Because that's what sealed her doom. That's what sealed her doom. Udi. It's 105. Oh, it's 105 in Florida? Dang, I don't know how. It feels like 105 here. I don't even know exactly how hot it is in Texas. But y'all, man, that's wild. That is wild. He showed, that also says he could dish it. He could dish out her dirt, but he couldn't take it, baby. He couldn't take it. He couldn't take that one name, sent all of them to the grave. Sent both of them to the grave, honey. Sad business, y'all. But I'm about to run to the store, y'all. Just wanted to pop in. Thank everybody for coming into the building. Forever Studios, Rallo, and we had the big dog up in the building. Ringo, Reactions TV. Hey, Martin, what's good? Yeah. Ringo, I know Ringo go break it down. I know Ringo go break it down, but I'm gonna try to see if I can find out who this guy Udi is. You know what I'm saying? So all right, y'all, I'm out, and much love.